welcome to Skateboarding. This is how to do an Ollie. The first thing you want to do is find your footing. My front foot tends to be about 2 to 3 inches behind the front truck hardware. My toe is about a ½ inch to an inch behind the edge of the deck. Occasionally I'll scoop my foot back even farther to maybe 4 to 5 inches to help me get a bigger scoop and get more height on that Ollie. But generally, this spot here is where I put my foot when I want a really solid, stable Ollie. I put my back foot right in the middle of the tail. My toes are evenly distributed across the tail. My big toe is almost right on the edge where the base of the board becomes the tail, right in that pocket. There's about 1 to 2 inches of space between that back truck hardware and the inside edge of my foot. And there's about 1 inch to 2 inches from the outside edge of my foot and the back of the tail. I then bend my foot and I keep my ankle and toes really loose here. The back foot's job is to give you that initial snap and pop that you need to get a high Ollie. As soon as you pop with that back foot, your board is sent into this almost rocket ship position. If your front foot wasn't there, the board's just either gonna smack you in the knee or fly away from you. So the front foot's job is to come in, scoop the board, and bring it up to its highest point possible. And then the front foot and the back foot together stabilize the board in a parallel position before landing. So once you find your footing, you're gonna bend your knees, almost like you're doing a squat. You're gonna square up your hips, knees, and shoulders with the ground on the board. And then I like to turn my head out a little bit so that I can see the ground, my feet, and whatever obstacle is in front of me. Let's look at everything put together. My feet are where I want them, my knees are bent, hips and shoulders are square. And the first thing I'm gonna do is drive with this front foot. When doing so, I take all the weight off my front foot so that my front foot is loose and fluid here. The second that my tail makes contact with the ground, I'm gonna jump in the air as high as I can. It's a sweet balance between driving and pushing your foot into the ground as hard as you can and then immediately jumping into the air as high as you can. That front foot comes in to scoop. And the motion of that front foot is you're gonna bend your ankle, you're gonna slide the board up as high as you can, and the nose, the curvature of the nose, generally stops your foot from going off the board. And at that point that your foot can no longer slide anymore, the board is gonna stabilize in the air. You're gonna catch the board, you're gonna then set your foot back down with your front foot, right on the bolts. That back foot is gonna meet you in the air, somewhere around the bolts, and then you're gonna stomp everything down, usually in a bolted-ish position here. Now everything put together in real time should look like this.